I grew up in a really small town in Nebraska. So Deschler, Nebraska, population 800 people. I graduated with 24 kids in my class. So really small town. I don't think anyone wakes up and thinks I'm gonna be a real estate agent. I always wanted to be an attorney. I wanted to follow in my dad's footsteps. I took the LSAT, got a high score on it, got ranked the test, and was able to get into Harvard Law and decided I didn't want to go. I went to college in Springfield, Missouri, and at Missouri State University. And after that, I went to work at Bass Pro Shops. I was an inventory specialist, which meant I sat in a cubicle all day long looking at numbers, and it was terrible. Great company, terrible job. Not really my personality. I left Bass Pro Shops and took a job at a business brokerage office, and I was their office manager and learned how to value businesses. So was looking at P&Ls and deciding how much are we gonna market this for, where are we gonna market it. At that point, my fiance and I bought a business through them. So I bought a hair salon, and it was super fun. Like it was the first time I was ever an entrepreneur, right? It was the first time that I learned what it looked like to not work for someone else. I was pregnant with my first child, and somebody walked in and asked if we would sell it. And I was like, yes, I would like to. And we were buying rental properties and kind of had the conversation with my husband at the time of what are we gonna do? Where am I gonna go? What's my next step? And he was like, what if you got your real estate license? You know, what if you did this and really just focused on building our investment portfolio? And that was initially why I got licensed. I started as somebody's transaction coordinator. Eventually, the gentleman that I worked for then was like, hey, would you want to help some of my buyers? And that was my first taste of, you know, really outside of purchasing something for ourselves, really my first taste of real estate, selling to somebody else. I was introduced to Dan Holt, who's my business partner, by a builder, and the builder introduced us, and Dan was like, why don't you come be a buyer's agent on my team? There's a class in Kansas City, and it's called Win with Buyers, which is a KW class. And so I wasn't at Keller Williams, and he sent me to this class, and my mind was blown because the company I was at had no training. So it was the first time that I knew that there was training out there for a buyer's agent. It was the first time that I was like, gosh, you could run this like a business. And it was just, this is one class that's 2 days. What would it be like to be at Keller Williams? And so that was really the tipping point for me. And when I decided to join Dan's team as a buyer's agent. I think number one, the success has surprised me. However, with the success comes something that also it would vie for that top spot, which is how to be a mom and how to be successful at the same time. You know, I'm a single mom, so I've got 2 kids. One of the things for Keller Williams that stood out was the God family business. When I have to make a choice, I'm always gonna choose my family first. And the thing is that this is the first company that I've been at that is supportive of that. I look at my life and my career and my kids, I'm like, I look forward to work every day, like every single day. That doesn't mean there aren't hard days. It doesn't mean that there aren't disappointments or frustrations. Yet I look at it every day and I'm like, this is pretty fun, right? This is pretty cool.